Hey crew, we are alive. And look, if you're thinking about selling next year, let me save you from what I believe will be one of the most common and most expensive mistakes Denver sellers are going to make this winter and spring. Look, waiting until spring isn't necessarily wrong, but guys, waiting too long and ignoring what the market's doing right now is the mistake. Here's the reality. Denver real estate market isn't a one size fits all anymore. If you haven't been paying attention over the last year to 2 to 3, things have changed and they've changed significantly. Guys, spring doesn't automatically mean bidding wars and record prices like it used to. What we're seeing right now is a shift. And guys, sellers who start planning and prepping early are the ones who are going to win big when spring demand hits. But you guys that are going to wait until March, April to even begin, you're not going to be leading the market. You're going to be chasing it. And so, guys, over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the true sweet spot for listing your home in Denver. You're not going to want to miss this. If you are even slightly considering selling your home in Denver, this is gold. I'm not going to just show you the data, but I'm going to tell you what it's saying. And I'm going to position you guys to sell your house for the most amount of money possible in the quickest amount of time possible. I'm going to walk you through my roadmap to help you prepare, price, and position your home to stand out in what's shaping up to potentially be competitive, but opportune, rich market. And guys, we do these live videos every single Wednesday. Next week, we're going to be doing on the buy side, and I'm going to be telling the buyers how to leverage the market to get the best deals possible. And so I don't want you to fall victim to that. Instead, I want to position you as a seller to win in today's market. And for those of you just joining the channel, guys, my name is Patrick Laurienti. I'm your real estate guide. Like I said, every week I'm helping Denver homeowners navigate the market with data, strategy, and world-class guidance. So you guys can sell smarter, not just faster. And so I highly, highly encourage, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, because you might not be selling today or tomorrow, even 3 to 6 months from now. But when that time comes, you're going to want these insights that we give every single week. And if you'd rather skip the line, save my email or email me now. Better yet, I've got a link down below to book a call directly with me to talk about your real estate goals. Guys, no obligation. Ultimately, I just want to set you up for success. And that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm going to share a graph so that you guys can see exactly what you need to as a seller so that we can set you up for success in today and tomorrow's market. Let's do this. And by the way, as I'm pulling this up, I just want to encourage, if you guys have questions, let's tailor some of this to what is going to be most beneficial for you. But right now, let's look at some data. So when is the sweet spot? Look, what I want you to not do, and the biggest mistake I'm going to see, I've seen sellers make year after year, is you get into that spring market. You think you can push price, and all of a sudden, 6 months later, 3 months later, you can't seem to catch the market. And you start here at price and you fall and you adjust and you adjust and you get frustrated because you're wondering, why am I selling my house $50,000 less? And I'm still not getting a buyer. Guys, we're going to avoid that. Okay. So first things first, let's look at this graph. What do you guys see? I'm going to just show you this graph over here. And let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. Boom. Add to stage. So this graph right here, average sales price per week, medium sales price per week. What you can see is this left column right here. It says 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 on the bottom of these graphs. That means week 0, week 10, 20, 30. So this is January right here. Okay. All the way to December. And what can you see? These are the trends of the last 3 years, 2025, this year, 24 and 23. The reason I'm not pulling 22, 21, and 2020, even though they have somewhat of the same trajectory, is because 23 to now is the most accurate depiction of today's market. Okay. And so when we look at this, you see there's a downtrend typically, and then it bounces up and it plateaus, and then prices just fall. Right? That's the overall trajectory of the market. Now, what a lot of people think is, okay, I'm gonna sell in spring, April, May, maybe even June. And I'm not saying don't do that, but what I've noticed being in the market for 11 years, because I'm not saying this to brag, but just to build some credibility. I'm in the top 1% of agents here in Colorado. I have listed handfuls of homes, not just this year, but last year and all the previous years that I've been in the business. And what I see is the market picks up right about that second to third week of January. Okay. This is that sneaky insider information that you just don't get anywhere else. And so that second, third week of January, the market really starts picking up. And what you'll notice is that from week 1 to about week 4, the market falls. But that's because those are all the homes that have went on the market under contract and sold from December. But what you're seeing here, guys, is all those homes that were listed in January and then February and then March and April. And you start to get this kind of downturn for those homes that were listed in May, closing in June. Okay. That's where the market kind of plateaus. So what I would recommend, what I think is going to be the best, the most prime time for sellers is going to be that second or third week of January to beginning of March. Okay. It's that spring market before the spring market. You're going to beat all those sellers who list March, April, May to the punch. There's going to be that increase in buyer demand. There's going to be those appreciation levels, and you're going to get into the market before inventory rises and makes the market less competitive for your home. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So when we look at inventory by inventory trend, so we can see week 1, January. This is 2025, guys. Look at the peak of 24. We were at 11,000, almost 12,000 listings. That fell to 6,000 in January. Okay. Well, you don't want, you want to be in this spot like right here. Okay. Right here. Not right here. Not when you have 12,000 listings to compete with. Okay. And if we look at this trend, we can see there's more listings in 2025 than there were in 2024. So the guess is we're probably going to be a little bit above this number in January. And so we're already bloated in terms of inventory, in terms of other sellers who are competing for buyers. Okay. And so your sweet spot is really going to be that January, February, March timeline before inventory really increases a substantial amount and takes out the competition for you. Okay. Now, the last bit of insider information, and let me just drive this point home. Okay. You can see days on market, buyer demand significantly improves. So this is 2025. You have week 1, week 2, days on market. So when you put a sign in the yard to when you actually go under contract, it took 69 days, January 1st of this year. All of a sudden, 61 days, 56 days, 49 days, and you're listing in this sweet spot where the buyer demand is significantly ramping up. And then it kind of teeter-totters, it plateaus, and then it wanes, right? And the buyers disappear for the most part. And so that's your sweet spot, guys. If you want to maximize the price of your home, the market, list in that sweet spot that I'm telling you, and you're going to do really, really well. But the biggest mistake sellers are going to make, agents are going to make, is think that just because they're in the spring market, you can push price. You don't have to prepare your home as well. And we're in this really hot market, but the reality is we're not. Okay. Springtime is a great time, but springtime in 2025 was different than 2022, was different than 2023, and was different than 2024. And if you don't have a high-level professional as an agent guiding you through these trends, understanding them at the levels that we do at the Light Group, you can see my email down below if you want to reach out and have these conversations with us. But if you don't understand these trends to the level at which we do, you might push price too high. And guys, I'm telling you, I've had sellers not heed my advice of pricing aggressively to begin with, prep the home as immaculately as you possibly can, and you're going to do well in the market. And they didn't do either. And guess what? I have some sellers that didn't even sell. Now, that's okay. I'm not dogging them. But what I'm saying is you guys have a level of experience and expertise in this video, whether you decide to take me up on a call, email me, and hire myself and the team to help you win in this market or not, at least you can have the insight I'm giving here to know that, hey, we need a price not based off of spring hype, but price relative to what's actually happening in today's market, rooted in deep analysis on trends, so that you can be set up for success. Guys, that's how you win in today's market. And that's how you're going to win bigger in spring market. And the answer to your question, should I wait till spring? Most likely, yes. Because guess what? Here's the market we're in. Better yet, and you can see the downtrend in pricing, okay? You can see the increase in average days on market. You can see an increase in homes selling for less than they originally listed for. This is going to blow your mind, guys, okay? Look at this. If we look at sold price versus original price over the last 90 days, take a look at this. It says 94.68. What does that mean? That means homes dropped 6%, or call it 5 point something percent of their original home price in today's market. And what generally happens, if we could pull up the trend lines, that's only going to get worse between now and the end of the year. And so I just had a conversation with my seller, and it's going to take him about 3 to 4 weeks to do some of the prep we talked about. That lands us in November. So look, being that you're already going to be in November before you can prep your house in a way that's going to yield you the best result, let's just wait for the sweet spot, which is that mid-January timeline. Let's go on the market, and I'm guessing you're going to be glad you did. Now, here's the caveat to all of this, is we just don't know what's going to happen with the market and the greater economic scale of things. Overall, there's an optimistic outlook in the market, but things could change. And when and if they do, you're going to want to be subscribed to this channel so you can get real live time updates of what you ought to do to position yourself to win in today's market. And so guys, for those of you who stayed, thank you. We do these lives every Wednesday to not only just read data in a way that you don't understand, but rather to read data and articulate it in a way that you can say, oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense to go this direction based on my goals as opposed to this direction. And here's why. Ultimately, we want to help you understand the market so that you can make smart real estate decisions. And again, I highly encourage, first off, subscribe to the channel. And second off, reach out to us. We'd love to help you. As much as we love making these videos, we have people calling us off of these lives, off of some of the relocation work we do, some of the other videos we do, and we're working with them today in today's market. We've helped people sell, we're helping people buy. And so we highly encourage, reach out to us. We can't wait to help you guys. And if you have any questions, whether you're on live or not, drop down below, and look forward to continuing to give you guys this type of insight and hopefully the chance at working with you and serving you at a higher level. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.